Hey, it's your boy J Hawk. News back at you with what's happening in the world of boxing today. J Hawk, news back at you. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, back at you with what's happening in the world of boxing today. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, it is definitely a good evening, and I'm glad to be in the building again. Yes, indeed. It's definitely a good day, a good evening, man, and I hope everybody had a fabulous weekend for sure. But you know what time it is. It's time for us to get together and enjoy this beautiful panel that we have every Sunday when the OGs get together and talk about this beautiful sport we love called boxing. And already we got a couple of veterans in the building already. We got Marvin McDowell in the building, and we got Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz, and more in the building. How you doing today, fellas? I can't hear you, Marvin. Hold on. It looks like your mic is. There you go. How you doing today? Yes, sir. Loud and clear. How you doing today?
Yeah, man. Everything cool.
Good, good. How was your weekend, man?
Busy, man.
Yes, indeed. Okay. Did you have any amateurs this weekend?
No. My wife is she does the farmers market down in Waverly.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I had to get up, man. You know, it's from 7 in the morning to 12. So I gotta get up about 5 in the morning to get this thing going, man. You know.
What y'all sell?
My wife is she has a company called the Big Bean Theory.
Okay.
She sell all kind of bean soup, man.
Oh, for real? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Bruce Gas, what's up, my guy?
Good evening, Hardcore Jay. How are you? Marvin, how are you doing this evening?
All right. How you doing, brother? All right.
Hey. Yes, indeed, man.
I went on live at 3:00. I wanted to do the Christian Hammer and the Dillian White return match.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, bro, I know how to find a fight, man. I go to the way back stages of the dark internet. I couldn't find it anywhere, bro. All my friends in the UK, in Ireland, nobody could find this fight. This fight was not. They're telling me no cameras were allowed, no television coverage. I mean, it was crazy. This is like a shitty fight like this, and they're gonna give us a blackout on the sucker. I mean, what the fuck? This was crazy. I had over 4,000 views on my live, Jay.
Wow.
Because nobody could find it, and they saw that I was going to broadcast the do my thing, not show the fight, but do the commentary. I couldn't find it, and I had some heavy hitters in the chat, and they're all telling me they can't find it anywhere. It's not on ESPN. It's not on the Zone. They can't find a streaming service. I mean, I heard that Christian Hammer quit in the third round, but I don't know for sure.
That's what I see in the chat. Somebody said that. You said apparently Hammer quit after the third round. Okay.
And a shitty fight like that, and they don't want to show it to us. And Dillian White, man, let's face it.
That's why they didn't want to show it.
No, but Dillian White's big in the UK. Dillian White would sell pay-per-views in the UK, but it was not available. Isn't this the stupidest thing? And on a Sunday, on St. Patrick's Day, when all those drunken Irishmen are running in the streets, they want to fight, they want to watch boxing. Boxing blew it today, my friends. Hey, you guys remember back in the day on CBS Sports Spectacular on St. Patrick's Day, you'd see somebody like Sean O'Grady fighting. You'd see Ivan Collins. Before that, you'd see Jerry Quarry. I mean, St. Patrick's Day is pretty religious as far as boxing goes, and they blew it today.
Wow.
Marvin will tell you, bro. How many Irish St. Patty Day fights have you seen, brother?
I've seen a few myself.
I mean, they'll sell out Madison Square Garden on St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, I celebrated. I made me some corned beef and cabbage today. It's almost finished. My wife is dumping the cabbage in it now. it went longer than I thought it was going to be. You did. I put it on at 2:30. It still ain't got tender like I like it yet, though. So, hopefully.
I celebrate it every day. My name is McDonald.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is so true. That is so true. Anything you got that MC on there, man.
Yeah, McDonald.
I made dinner today too, man. The corned beef, the cabbage, the potatoes, what the hell, carrots.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got in mind. Yeah.
I don't think there's anything else in there, man. I don't think there was an onion or anything in there, man.
Yeah, I got onions in mine. I got onions, potatoes, cabbage, carrots, and corned beef. Hey, look, McDowell. My father's last name is McLean.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's his last. It's not my last name, but I got my mom's last name. But his last name was McLean. Now I don't know if that's Irish. It might be. I think.
A guy got a show. His name is McLean.
My grandfather, bro, he was the biggest Irish bookie in South Providence back in the 60s, man. I remember he had a bar in there. And South Providence, Rhode Island, you know, if you're white, you better have business down there. That's the kind of a fucking section it is. And my grandfather, he had business down there, man. Well respected. My mother used to tell me when she was a kid, you ever see the movie The Sting, where they had the gambling joints, the telephones in there, and they're doing Never Against a Racetrack on the wall. My mom told me that her dad had apartments just like that, man. It was bookie operation, and that's the only Irish I got in me. And I got no mix, no O's, no nothing. It's just goes and gas, whatever you want to call it. But I know my grandfather was Irish, bro. So I don't look it and I don't sound it. So when I start drinking, I'll drink like it.
Oh yeah. All right. Let me make sure I got the Instagram folks up in here.
A friend of mine, the Irish team was over here. They was in Pennsylvania. One of Mac Lewis' kids fought and beat one of the Irish kids. I think it was in Pennsylvania somewhere yesterday.
Okay.
They come over every year.
Cool. Okay. I was making sure I had the Instagram crew on. I guess I have them on. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Share the screen and Instagram. Okay, all right. So now we got Instagram in the building. Make sure I got everybody. How do I get rid of that, man? Solo? Nope. I done got rid of everybody. That ain't what I want to do.
I'm still here.
Yeah, I know, but I don't see y'all on the screen, though, is what I'm saying. I gotta
okay.
Back on the screen. I don't be by myself. Exit solo. Okay. How do you get rid of this? Remove from the stage. Full layout. Okay, I think we got it right there. There we go. Back at y'all. Seems like we got the whole bald-headed crew out here right now. Hey, let me salute the people in the chat, man. We got 306 from the Sticks in the building.
That's my boy.
Apparently Hammer quit after the third round. We got Tim Layton, hashtag JBT, says salute to Jay and Hardcore family. It's the old timer show. We got D-Town Funk in the building. He say, what up, though, Hardcore? We got Skywalker Boxing, WT. I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Where you been at? Salute to the OGs in chat. Hit that appreciation button. We got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the building. Okay. We got Ghost 123. We got Golden BEK. Say Bruce Gas. What's up, fam? We got the Bud Files. Hello, peoples. We got Drunk Irishman always in the building. What's up, Drunk Irishman? We got Dick Justice in the building. Salute. We got Susan Maury John, proud single mom. How you doing, sis? All righty, we got hold on, we got a lot of people rolling in now. So moving fast now. We got the narrow Sparta in the building. Salute. We got Marvin. You done came up twice now. I don't know why you show up twice on the screen. Who else we got? We got Dan Tan say Bruce Gas salute. We got Golden BK say Dan Tan, what's up? We got Stop the Motion MMA say what's up? Bruce White won by third round KO. Okay, that's another person verifying the third round.
Well, I told you, bro, I was on there today for 3 hours, man. I was sitting there and I love calling fights, and I get a lot of people to come in there and join me with it because I mean, dude, you think I'm smoked up now? When I start calling boxing, heavyweight boxing, I get fried. And man, I couldn't find it. Nobody could find it. And these cats, man, God bless their souls. They're all telling me the results now because they know they saw. If I had any hair in my head, maybe I did before I came in the show today. But I'm pulling it out because it was nuts. This fight was not available. And the people out there that are mentioning it, those are the cats that were bopping around with me. And now we know. XO Factory, my brother. Salute.
All right, we got Gregory Pratt in the building. Say yo, what it do, hardcore family? Salute. We got Cheval Hall in the building. Cheval Hall say Philly had golden gloves yesterday. Okay, we got She Loved the Maha in the building saying yo. We got Lonnie Lee, JBT. Good evening, Jay and Hangout. What's up, Lonnie Lee? I seen you on the G live today, bro. Gave us a long one. I still ain't finished it yet. We got Scott Gonzalez says, what's up? We got Skills from New Orleans. What's been happening, Skills? Been a minute since I seen you. The Boxing Menu podcast in the building. Plus, salute to the Hangout. We got the XO Factory. We got, it says, what's good, OG and all the fellas. We have I Serve 88, hashtag JBT. Jay, I'm 54. Am I old timers? I believe so. You can definitely come in. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for all the people that's, God bless you, for all the people that's 50 and over.
Excuse me.
I'm going to go ahead and drop that link in the chat for you so y'all can come on in. Anybody that's 50 or better, we do card at the door. Let me get that up so I can get that for you. We do card at the door. Who else we got? Okay, we got Scott Gonzalez. He said, what's up, drunk Irishman? We got Ace Boogie in the building, brother Love. He said, love family. All right, I'm gonna get the link and put it in the chat for anybody that's 50 and over can come on in the building and rap with us today. We're gonna wait a few more minutes to see who else comes in the building. I see Marvin keep coming in and out. I don't know if he having problems or what. Yeah, problems, Marvin. I see you keep going in and out.
I don't know what's going on, man.
Okay.
I tell you, Marvin, he don't look like nothing bothers him down there, bro. He don't have no problems, man.
Well, I'm in my private room.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, you're coming in clear. It just seems like you're just going in and out. Then I see two people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me go out and come in.
Okay. I mean, you're fine now.
Okay.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong. I don't even see two people no more. Just one.
Okay.
All right.
Legacy defined. Salute.
Okay. All right. The link is in the chat. If you're 50 or better, shum on in. We got Legacy Defined LS in the building. He says Bruce Gas, boxing, jazz, and more. Salute. We got Denaro Sparta. I just turned 41 on the 4th of March. Congratulations. You got 9 more years. Miss Joette, say good evening, Jay and chat. All right. Yeah, 9 more years, man. Hey, don't rush it. Trust me. Don't rush it, man. I was telling my family today, man, I got a pain that just came up underneath my rib cage, man. I guess it's my kidneys. I don't know, but just out of nowhere, man, just a throbbing pain. And hopefully it's gas or something, and it be gone by tomorrow or something, man. I remember when I went to the doctor before, they said, oh, it's just probably gas. I'm like, whatever, man. You did. I'm like, gas feel like that. That ain't good.
Yeah,
Joseph Supermax. Is Supermax in here? Yeah, they go Supermax right there. Joseph Supermax Rodriguez. Yes, indeed. Well, y'all see what the topic and title is today. The topic and the title is the fights that we didn't get and the fantasy picks by the OG, who will win and why. Yes, indeed. And like I said, if you're 50 and over now, you can come in. The link is in the chat. Don't be shy. And if you don't want to show your face, that's fine. We ain't tripping off of that. We need your mind, not your face. So we're not even tripping off of that. Some of y'all might scare us anyway. You know what I mean? Talking about myself first, okay? Without a doubt, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let me check something. I'm gonna go ahead and get us started, man. Some of the other brothers will come in as they come in. We'll just keep it simple. But as we have seen during time, man, there's always been fights that we wanted but never happened, man. And it's always that what if and who would have won that fight. And it's always debated, always somewhere in these YouTube streets, man, or Instagram or whatever, man, or when you and your buddies get together and you get to talking about boxing and we get to having those type of conversations. If these two cats would have fought, what would have happened, man? So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a name right now. See who the first on my list. First one on my list, fellas. Sugar Ray Leonard versus Aaron Pryor.
I was just thinking about that.
How about that?
I was just thinking about that, man.
Well, I tell you, you can go first, brother. Give us what you think about that
one. I think Aaron Pryor would have ran him out the ring, man.
Ooh, ran Ray out the ring?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
He had that style, man. You see when he fought Tommy Hearns in the amateurs, man, for the National Golden Glove Championship?
I seen that video, yeah.
Man, he was on them like a gnat on a banana, man. I'm saying he swarmed him, man. He just Tommy couldn't do nothing with him, man.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think
it's a possibility? He was relentless, man.
And they sparred. I heard that they sparred. Did you hear anything about the sparring?
No, I didn't hear nothing about the sparring, but what I'm saying from me observing the way Aaron Pryor fought, man, he would give anybody trouble, man. He only had one loss.
I think Aaron Pryor was bigger a threat to himself than anybody else being a threat to
him. Well, yeah. Yeah, man.
Normally them guys that be that good be like that too, man.
Because they don't realize they don't realize their ability. They know that can't know anybody beat them. But that's just as far as they take.
Do you think they get bored because they so gifted and things come to them like that?
Yeah.
Some people just gifted and talented, man, and they just get bored.
They just don't realize who they are. And then they do it for like simple reasons. he probably did it because he could do it and make some money, and not
Mm-hmm.
really realizing how much talent he did have. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that fight came very, very close to being made. Sugar Ray Leonard's people, Mike Trainer, he went down and he presented the fight to Buddy De La Rosa. That was Aaron Pryor's manager. Aaron Pryor told him to accept the offer, and Buddy De La Rosa tried to pump it for more money, and the fight was thrown out the window.
Yeah.
And Aaron Pryor was pissed off. There was, if you look into the background of Aaron Pryor's training, Buddy De La Rosa owned pizza parlors down in Cincinnati. An Italian guy, kind of the Frankie Cabo, Blinky Palermo persuasion, if you know what I'm saying. So there was a little bit of bullshit going on there. And see what happened with that fight. That fight was supposed to happen at the Orange Bowl in Miami in 1984. Alexis Arguello stepped in and fought Aaron Pryor, but originally it was supposed to be Sugar Ray Leonard. So that fight came very close to being made, but it was Aaron Pryor's manager who was playing nickel and dime with Sugar Ray Leonard's people, and the fight never happened. So that fight could have been made. I think Sugar Ray Leonard was too big, too fast maybe not too fast for Aaron Pryor, but just too fast as a welterweight with the combinations. I think he would have chased Aaron Pryor out of the ring. It would have been a hell of a fight. And these fantasy fights, we could go back and forth, but
right. And it's for shits and giggles. Exactly. Nobody really knows.
Yeah. But seeing both of these guys, and I watched Aaron Pryor coming through the amateurs. I watched all his pro fights, and his last pro fight, like you said, he lost that to Bobby Joe Young. That was Aaron Pryor, who'd come out of rehab, who was still fucked up. I mean, that was a shot Aaron Pryor. But Aaron Pryor in his prime, he was at 140. Now we got to remember that his weight was 140. Sugar Ray Leonard was 147 and higher. So I think that the weight discrepancy would have been too much. But Aaron Pryor, probably one of the top 140 pounders, and that includes Henry Armstrong and the greatest in the world.
Okay, I'm trying. Somebody's on Twitter wanting to know my Twitter name. I just put it in there. I believe it's Boxing Hardcore. Actually, it's right behind me. Let me see. Yeah, Boxing Hardcore. Boxing Hardcore is my name. But you're in the chat right now, so you don't see the link. I just put the link in there again. Someone's calling me. Hold on 1 second. I think it's this person that's trying to get the link. Hold on.
We run a very technically efficient program here.
Yeah. Yeah. We on. Who am I speaking with? Oh, hey, Mr. Will. How you doing? The link is in the chat that I sent. All right, we live. All right, then. All righty. I tell you what, I'll put it in. I'll try to put it in Twitter also. That's Mr. Will. He about to come in as well. Let me see if I can put this in there. Yeah, I ain't down with all this newfangled stuff, man.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. I just got this audio board for my microphone, so tell me if it's echoing or too loud or too soft, because for the first time in my illustrious career, I can control what I'm saying, the pitch I'm saying to that. So it's a pretty cool thing, but I downloaded it on my computer. So like we say, bro, we're moving into the 21st century and beyond over here, baby.
So we just catching up with Buck Rogers?
I think so, man.
Remember Buck Rogers in the 25th century?
Hey, you look at the stuff on Star Trek, and that stuff seems obsolete. The camcorder and the big fucking telecommunicators and shit like that. Shit, we got that beat.
Yeah, we got the pocket communicators now. They used to use. We was using the flip phones back in the day. Now they're using them. you know. And I was messing with the chat the other day because we call ourselves the Harcourtians, right? But that sounds like something off of Star Trek right there. You know what I mean? The Harcourtians. Hey, I put that link in the Twitter. What you call them? I dropped the link on Twitter, so you should be able to see it. Golden BK. I dropped it in the Twitter. So hopefully you can find it, my guy. If not, come on over to YouTube and make it a little bit easier, you know. Come over to YouTube and you'll be able to jump on just so much easier. But I did put it in the Twitter chat as well. Okay. Now, I didn't give you who I think would have won that fight. I'm going to be honest, man. I was going back and forth. It seemed like Ray didn't want that fight, man. And it must have been for a reason. So since Ray didn't want that fight, and I heard that they did spar, and for, he said, I'm on YouTube. Well, if you're on YouTube, the link's right there, my brother. It's right there. If you see Hardcore Boxing News, I pinned it, and the link's right there, Golden BK. You don't see it? Matter of fact, I put it right up underneath your name the last time. Man, I don't know what else to do. But yeah, it should be. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put it right there up underneath your name right now. Well, too many people that came in after you now, but there it is right there. The last one in the chat right there, Golden BK. You see what it says Hardcore Boxing News? There it is right there. Hopefully you can well, I don't know what's happening if you don't see it, Golden BK. Can somebody else put it in the chat now? Do everybody else see it in the chat? Because I'm confused at this point.
I do. Although he might be on my channel, so let me go. Let me put it on my channel.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it on your channel. So maybe
that's exactly what it is. I wasn't even thinking, man. You know,
okay, it makes sense. Because I was confused. I'm like, what in the world? What the what?
Yeah. and Golden came over to my channel today and signed up, and so that's what it is now.
What it is your people can't see it because you didn't put it in there yourself. That's what it was.
So exactly. So there it is now, my brother.
It's in there now. It's in
Come on up here, old man.
Now it makes sense to me. Mr. Will, hopefully Mr. Will be coming in a minute as well. Senior said he sent the link to him. I tell you, boy, y'all making us old guys look good, ain't you? Where the link at? Somebody show me the link. Matter of fact, what's the link?
I don't even sweat it anymore, Jay. You know, I've been in so many of these situations. I'm like, hey, just fucking calm down. Go have a drink. Go do a couple of bongs. This is we'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it
out. KQKC, no KQQC today. Hey, somebody hit him up. Somebody hit up KQKC. Let me see. I can't see. Do I have his number in my phone? Whoever got his information, man, hit him up. Whoever got his information, hit him up.
I give the OG a call if you want.
Okay, appreciate that, man. Make sure you mute yourself before you do it, because then we don't go through the whole conversation.
Yeah. Who cares, man? Sometimes we want to listen to see what the OG says, right?
All righty. We got a few more people in the building. We got Tampa Tommy in the building. We got AJ64. We got Josiah Corley in the building. Boxing Menu Podcast in the building. We got Pedro Sir, #CCD, #PFM in the building. We got Marziak. Evening, gentlemen. We got Troy Graham in the building. Say, what's up, Marvin?
Yeah, my boy Troy.
All righty. So as we wait for more people to come in the building, and We'll come back and ask them the different questions as they come in. But the next name, and we all remember this fight that never happened because there was a lot put on it. They called it the trash can belt. Lennox Lewis versus Riddick Bowe. Lennox Lewis versus Riddick Bowe. Who want to go first on that one?
If you like, I will. I'm pretty well versed on that subject too, because that's another one that I lived through and watched it and bit my fingernails and saying, "What's up with you cats?" And that one came down to money also. And there was
it's always the money.
it's always the money, and when it finally got settled, and when the fight was finally agreed upon, something happened along the way, and there was a guy named what's his name, Lionel Butler. No, not Lionel Butler. No, the guy who knocked out Lennox Lewis. Fucking God, how come I can't think of his name right now? He had a nervous breakdown in the ring. Oliver McCall.
Yeah.
A guy named Oliver McCall came along, and and that was it, man. That fight just never got made. When they tried to get it together again, Riddick Bowe went the Andrew Galata route. He got pretty much humiliated there. So that fight, unfortunately, never got made. And that was a sad one too, man. I tell you, in the primes, that would have been a great fight. I'd have to lean towards Lennox Lewis, and I like Riddick Bowe too. Riddick Bowe's a friend of mine, but I think Lennox Lewis with that stiff jab and that right hand. We saw how Andrew Galata could outbox Lennox Lewis, and Lewis was a lot better boxer than Andrew Galata. So that would have been an interesting fight, but I'd have to lean towards Lewis in that fight.
Didn't Lennox Lewis beat him in the Olympics?
Yeah, they did fight. They did fight in the Olympics, and Lennox did beat him.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the reasons why he didn't want to fight Lennox, to be honest. And then Lennox didn't even know about his jab back then. Lennox didn't really get behind his jab until Emmanuel Stewart told him, listen,
fall in love with him.
Right. He said, listen there, fella, your chin ain't the best. So what I need you to do is get behind that jab, man. You get that stick, and I guarantee you'll be world champion, man. Yeah. And he did it. And he never looked back, man. He never looked back, you know. So Marvin, who you got on that fight?
It would have been Lennox Lewis.
Lennox, okay, yeah. Bet. Hey, Mr. Will, we're gonna catch you up right now. You got you muted. Let me unmute you.
Shout out to Miracles and Mayhem out there. I see Pearl Soro out there, man. Salute you cats. I appreciate you coming in, man. Don't forget, throw that like button up and make sure you come over to Hardcore Boxing and sub to him if you're not already sub to him. We got the old geezers over here, man.
Hey, Bruce, your guy said, can you send him the link again? Go to DK, say, can you drop the link again?
No.
All right, Mr. Will. Mr. Will, sir. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going over fights that never happened. Yeah. And the first fight that we have, the first fight we're looking at is Ray versus Aaron Pryor. Who would have won that fight and why?
You know what, y'all? For me personally, Aaron Pryor's name is tainted. So you're not going to get the answer you might expect from most people with me with that, because of the simple fact we only really even talk about Aaron Pryor because he beat Arguello. So he beat one great fighter his whole career, and he lived off of that reputation for the rest of his life for beating that one individual. So again,
who else wanted to fight him though?
Well and fine, I get all that, but see, a lot of guys in that game know about what other guys do. Like, for example, a lot of guys avoided Margarito because they knew he was a cheat. So in turn, it's not that they're so much afraid of him, but it's just that they know what they do, so they avoid him. And I think that was the case because Iron Pride was hooked up with the dirtiest player in the game with Panama Lewis. You know, I mean, for real. So that's why I said that his name comes with an asterisk beside it. His name is not clean with me. That's how I feel about him. So I just don't have the same adoration for him that a lot of people do. You know.
So are you saying that you feel that Ray would have won that fight?
Yes.
Okay.
If it was going up and up, yes.
And why? Why?
Because one, Ray had what he had. Ray had speed. Ray had power. Like I said, and then Ray was fighting at a higher weight class. He was the next weight class up from Pride during Pride's reign. So Pride would have had to move up to fight him, number one. And back then, those 7 pounds made a difference. And like nowadays, it doesn't mean as much. But see, these guys were fighting on a high skill level, and that, as far as I'm concerned. So when like five pounds and stuff like that, 7 pounds made a big difference back then compared to, like I said, this.
Okay,
you know.
Okay.
It's like he took the words right out of my mouth.
All right. So we got 2 Aarons and we got 2 Rays.
Okay.
All righty. Okay. Next, for you, to catch you up, Mr. Will. Lennox Lewis versus Riddick Bowe.
You know what? I really don't know what Riddick Bowe's problem was during that time because I think we missed out on a great big man fight with that one.
Yes.
We just missed out on a great fight with that matchup. But you couldn't melt Riddick Bowe down and pour him on Lennox Lewis during that time.
So I take it that you would say that Lennox will win that fight then.
Yeah, because he was the one that really wanted to fight. I mean, Bowe, come on, man. He's throwing away belts and all this kind of stuff to avoid it. Wouldn't even see that man's name out of his mouth. Come on, man. You know, it was right there in front of our face.
Put the WBC belt in the trash can.
Yes. And, ever since then, Lennox called him Chicken Bowe after that. Remember that every time he saw him, he would call him Chicken Bowe.
Wow.
They showed them together in Saudi Arabia when Mike Tyson fought Nagano, and you could see that Lennox Lewis has still got some hostility in him, man.
Yeah,
Riddick Bowe was all love, but Lennox looked at him like he picked his pocket and never returned the money. He had that.
I feel that way too. We got robbed of a classic there.
Yes, sir.
Right. I like Lennox more too. I felt though Lennox was more technical.
Yeah.
I think more skillful, and man, he had an educated jab, and he had a telephone pole, man.
Well, this is the thing. He got better when he got with Emmanuel Stewart anyway.
Oh, without a doubt. Because he taught him the jab.
Yeah.
He taught him the jab.
And he taught him to fight big. You know what I mean?
Boy, man.
Use
Would nobody mess with him?
No, not doing that.
Yeah, he taught him how to fight tall, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Facts.
Big, tall, all that.
Yes, sir. I love it. I tell you what, let's move on. Durand versus Alexis Aguero.
Ooh-wee. Honestly speaking, y'all might not want to hear this, right? But
come on, man.
My opinion from observation, Durand did everything he could do to avoid that. Aguero was chasing that fight during that time frame, and that man jumped 2 weight classes to avoid him. Facts. When he jumped up to fight Ray, that could have been Aguero then at lightweight. This man jumped up 2 weight classes to avoid Aguero. We'll never know what happened because a lot of speculation, a lot of
money.
People say Durand, this, that, and the other.
More money.
But see, Duran was killing himself to make that 135.
Yeah.
He didn't even bother with 140 because that was killing him to
Still
make.
too close to 135. Yeah. I
So
get it.
he went right to welterweight. When he fought, I think he fought a guy named Jimmy Hare in his first fight. Then he fought Carlos Palomino. But
Yeah.
that's another fight that was real close.
Yeah, the
And
Carlos
I
Palomino
watched
fight.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and like you said, when Aguayo would move up from to 135, Duran would get out of the division. But there was like much more money. We got to remember that was the time with Sugar Ray Leonard, and that was Sugar Ray Leonard was Canelo Alvarez today.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Sugar was the cash cow during that time.
He was the cow, and Duran, and plus Duran had a personal vendetta with him too. He did not like that pretty boy, and that was real. Duran did not like Sugar Ray Leonard.
Well, look, Hearns didn't either. What it was, they felt like Hearns got the golden ticket to Front Street, and to a large degree, I understand that because a lot of those guys had to, come up through the School of Hard Knocks and fighting in rings that they had to, like makeshift rings and bowling alleys and all that when they first got started, especially somebody like Duran. So, of course, he was a little envious. And then Hearns, being who he was supposed to be, the hitman and this, that, and the other, he couldn't stand somebody else's name even being mentioned along with his name at the time. So, there's a lot of factors there.
Who did we pick? Getting back to the question, who did we pick to win that fight? Because that's a good fight, man.
Which one?
Duran at 135. That's a hell of a fight, man. I'm not giving it to Duran though myself. I lean toward Duran aggressiveness. Just he'd be like bigger than Aaron Pryor. Duran at 135 was a fucking animal. I think he would have taken Aguayo out like Aaron Pryor did.
You know what? The problem I have with that then is that nobody else did it other than Pryor, and then Pryor had a lot of help.
You're right.
He had a lot of help that night. Not that bottle, the other bottle, the one I mixed and all this kind of stuff. He was sniffing stuff in the corner. Look at the fight, man.
What he had an energy drink, huh?
Special sauce. He had the special sauce.
Yeah, he had that super sauce.
No, give me that other bottle.
Right.
That one right there.
And then remember one, and it was like near the end of the fight, in between rounds. I think it was the round before the fight ended, because it ended in the 14th, so it had to be between the 13th and the 14th round. That what's his name? Panama Lewis gave Pryor something. You saw him inhale it. So I said, "Oh my God!" I mean, come on, man. I've never seen a dirtier fight in my life. And the sad part was, Aguayo got jobbed that night because he was such a clean sportsman. He was the only fight I've ever seen to show concern for his guy. When he knocked him out, he would stay right there and make sure that guy was okay before he even went to do a post-fight interview. I had nothing but respect for that guy. So, like you said, Duran was an animal, this, that, and the other. But that was one. Me, personally, I would have been rooting for Aguayo because it was just sometimes nice to see a good guy win.
You was rooting for him, but who do you feel would have won?
Well, honestly, like I said, other than Pryor, I never saw anybody really penetrate Aguayo to that degree. So what I'm saying is this. Now, I got to say, between the two, Duran was definitely more elusive. A lot of people don't give Duran credit for that. Duran was a very slippery, hard-to-hit guy, along with his aggression.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't get the credit for that.
Okay.
So on that note, I gotta give Duran. So Aguayo took a lot of shots.
Okay, Duran. Okay. Marvin.
Was it?
We got Duran versus
Duran.
Duran. Why?
Aguayo chin wasn't like that either.
Huh?
Aguayo chin wasn't too
Wait a minute,
tight.
hold up, man. Where are you getting that data from? What are you judging that on? You judging that on one fight again with him and Pryor. Who else is knocking him
Duran hit harder than Pryor, man.
Aguayo got knocked down by Andrew Gannigan, the Hawaiian Punch, if you remember
No, he
that.
didn't get. They got knocked down,
Knocked
and
down.
Aguayo got up and just about killed him.
I think
Body
that
shot.
Duran would have destroyed him, man. His chin
Well, you know,
wasn't
I don't know
like
about
that, man.
Aguayo lost his first title fight, so he's not.
Okay, well and fine, but what did he do after that? He went on a tear after that.
Yeah,
I'm
yes, he did.
saying
I mean,
you
he
can't compare too many. Duran was a vicious, hard-hitting guy, man.
that would
Duran
have
was
been.
vicious,
Y'all.
man.
That's
That would
one
have
of
And
been.
he
those
could
ones I
punch.
would have had to see it though. Still,
And,
because
right,
we
and
can
we can
speculate
speculate
all
all day. But you know what? It's good to hear what you all think and what y'all and why y'all think that. You know what I mean? Because what you're doing is educating minds right now. You
Yes.
see, you know, and that's the most important thing,
And
man.
see, this is the thing.
I seen somebody in the chat already said, you know what? I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that now. You know what I mean? So you know, because they're looking at it in different eyes now. So it's so important, and everybody ain't gonna see the same thing.
Well, see, the beauty in it is with this crew we got here, all of us are old enough and remember, and we saw this stuff in real time. You know what I mean? So we know we have a legitimate opinion about what we're saying.
Facts. And I'm gonna have to go with Duran, man. Duran was just different, man. I think, to be truthfully honest, man, again, he's another type of person. The only person really that could beat Duran was Duran, man.
Yeah.
Duran was a menace to himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he wasn't disciplined either.
Yeah,
you
he
know
was a
what I
party
mean?
animal.
Yeah, he was
definitely
not
a party
disciplined.
animal. Matter
Hey,
of
Jay.
fact, I
Yes,
heard
Jay.
sir. Yes, sir.
But
I heard
listen.
I heard
Now,
he had two
who do
hookers
you
in a
think?
hotel room waiting for him when he fought Hearns.
Who do you think copied his style as far as the way he was vicious and when he doing interviews and stuff like that? Mind your Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mike Tyson loved Roberto Duran.
What you
Absolutely.
talking about?
Yeah.
Marvin speaks the truth, man. I've heard that come out of Tyson's
Come on, his
mouth.
mannerism and everything. I can see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Oh, I don't know if y'all heard Duran's in the hospital right now for heart condition.
Yeah. Yeah. Had a heart attack or something, man.
Yeah, so
Damn.
prayers
No,
up.
a clogged ventricle valve.
Yeah.
And it's sad, man. You know, the last time I saw Duran was at one of the Greek meet and greet conventions or signings, and he looked so fragile.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, hey, what the fuck, bro? He belongs on this panel with us, man. You know, and you know we're all on the same boat. Roberto's just a little further ahead right now.
Yeah.
And thank God we didn't party like he partied, because he partied like it was 1999. Jack.
You know what?
And I'm saying he would put on weight.
Yeah.
He would put on about 200-something pounds, man, and get all that damn weight off, man.
Yeah.
Like the second fight with Ray.
Yeah.
The second fight with Ray, man, he came down from 200, man.
Yeah.
So Ray played that rematch clause right into Duran's hands, a little extra cash to get him to forego the proper weight training. And, oh, bro, that was a fun night.
But the first fight, Ray fought his fight. He was fighting angry.
Oh, he was fighting angry. He got in Ray's head, man. He called his wife a punta. And,
but I still thought that Ray did enough to win.
I did too, Mark.
I didn't, man. I was sitting in the theater.
I think Ray won that fight.
I didn't think so.
Oh, hold on. We got somebody in the back room. Let me see.
He definitely didn't. I could have settled for a draw.
We got Mr. Suave.
It could have been a draw. Or could.
Man, you look like you're about 19, man. How old are you? Let me. You got your mic. Let me unmute.
Oh yeah. It's really Troy Graham, man. It's just a name. Is Mr. Suave Como La Mantequilla. There was a fighter, Jose Napoles. He was named they called him Mantequilla, and there was another fighter named Simon Brown who actually adopted that name.
From DC.
Yeah, it means the smoothest butter. What's up, Marvin?
Hey, what's up, Troy?
Man, what's up, gentlemen? How you doing, brothers?
How you doing?
All right. We welcome you, my brother. While we got you, we're gonna run you back real quick. Get some of your opinions. Ray versus Aaron Pryor. Who you got?
I would have to say Ray, because
thank you.
I would say Ray simply because Aaron was helter skelter, and after a while, I think Ray would get his timing. I think Ray would get his timing and outbox him. But the first couple of rounds would be rough for Ray. It's gonna be rough.
Yeah.
But he's gonna get his timing.
Yeah. What's his name? Pryor is what I would call a berserker. That's what he was.
All righty. Next, Lennox versus Riddick Bowe. Who you got, Troy?
Well, if Bowe came in focused, if he was focused and he was 100% trained the way, you know, his great trainer had him train, you know, Eddie Fudge, he beats and TKOs Lennox. He stops him. He beats him.
Why?
He comes with all the tools. He could outbox you. He could outfight you. He could outlast you. And he could move and he could fight on the inside. He was the only fighter to this day to outbox, outfought, and outlasted Holyfield. There's no other fighter that's
whoa, time out. I gotta wait a minute now. I gotta go here with that one though. We're talking about really, technically, two different weight classes when you talk about that fight. Because I still say to this day, they need to split up the heavyweight division like the amateurs. Have a heavyweight and a super heavyweight division. Because that's what you had in the ring that night. Holyfield was old school heavyweight, you know, a little over 200 pounds like he used to be. And Riddick was about close to 250, I'm quite sure, at 6'5". He had the height and weight advantage. It was a big advantage, too.
Yeah, well, he signed the contract, though.
Yeah, Foreman outweighed him by about 40 pounds. You know, Foreman outweighed him about close to 40 pounds.
That's what I'm saying.
And Holyfield beat him. And then you got.
But I'm saying, go back in the old school. Joe Louis didn't even weigh damn near 200 pounds,
right,
man.
But you also got to look at this, right?
Big guys.
In a couple of weeks, fucking Tyson Fury is going to outweigh Usyk by 50 pounds. I mean, dude, this is a heavy division.
Right. But you also got to look at heavyweight division now. Yeah, you also got to look at it like this, right? Holyfield's bigger than Tyson, and he's taller than Tyson.
Wait a minute, hold up. You said
he is
bigger than Tyson? Who said that?
He is. He's bigger and taller than Tyson.
No, he's not. He's not.
Yes,
Holyfield was 6'1".
He was 6'2".
Tyson was 5'10".
He's 6'2". He's 6'2". Yeah.
Okay, 6'2", and Mike
was 5'11". Yeah. Mike was 5'11".
That's not really that colossal. And what I'm getting at size-wise, no. Poundage. It wasn't even a 5-pound difference between.
Yeah, they were about both 205, 210 around.
That's what I'm saying. No, after a while, Holyfield came in at 215, 220, which was
after the
weight class that Mike fought in. You know.
So I'm just saying that it was no size disparity there. That was the closest that I'd ever seen Mike in the ring with anybody his size his whole career that night.
Okay, I got a question for you, right? Because you said size. Okay.
Hold on. We have MAG in here now. MAG, how you doing today?
Man, it's Golden.
Okay, Golden, how you feeling?
Golden.
Man, I call hell getting him out of in your Twitter account, seeing y'all acting up with everything, boy.
Well, we're glad you made it, my brother.
Yeah, what's all y'all doing, man?
All right, we want you to catch up now. So we got the two fights so far. We got Ray versus Aaron Pryor. Who you got and why?
I would have loved Aaron Pryor, and that Aaron Pryor, to me, Aaron Pryor had that dog in him, man. He just was a dope man. He wouldn't stop. I mean, Aaron Pryor was just, man, he was a madman, man. I would have loved to see that fight there, man. I think
both of them got dog in them.
With that pressure, he could put on Sugar Ray when they had time to do all the dancing.
All right. Oh. Okay. The next one is Lennox versus Riddick Bowe.
I know somebody said Riddick. I heard somebody say Riddick, bro. They know Riddick, bro, personal, but I have to tell you, Lennox would have knocked him out, man. I think Bowe knew that. That's what he was afraid of. I think he got whooping the Olympus. He didn't want no more Lennox, man. Lennox would have put them hands on him real bad, man. That's why Bowe threw that belt of the trash can, man.
Lennox was stiff. Lennox was a stiff dude. He even had problems with Frank Bruno, who's stiffer.
Yeah.
So,
man, listen,
yeah.
Bowe to me, the best fight he had was with Holyfield.
True to that. That's absolutely fact.
After Holyfield,
can't argue with that.
Well, see, you got to look at
which one though? Was it 1, 2, and 3?
You got to look at
all of them were tough. That first fight was off the chain. He let Holyfield off. Holyfield couldn't even get rid of Holyfield. And 2, Holyfield got him. 3, Holyfield was having issues, but he won the fight. Now Holyfield had that dog in him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holyfield was definitely
what
a dog.
What about the Fan Man fight? What did you think of that fight?
Oh man, that was ridiculous. They damn near kill that man.
Which fight? The fight in the ring, or the fight after the Fan Man landed?
Both of them.
You talking about the Fan Man? The Fan Man got the worst whoop ass.
Oh.
Yeah, somebody beat him up with a phone, man.
that was really bold guy.
Brooklyn Boys. Those were the Brooklyn Boys, because Farrakhan's son
guy.
a chest over the blade.
Hey, fellas, we
out the ring.
Fellas, we can sing together. We can't talk together, man. All right, come on. All right, so everybody's caught up now. So I'm gonna get the next question up. All right, the next one. Larry Holmes versus George Foreman. They were the same age and everything.
Yeah,
that fight never happened. Okay, Mag, you're first. Go ahead. Tell us who you think would have won and why.
I think Big George would have got him.
Yeah.
To me, George was more powerful in his younger days. Now Larry had the best jab. He's a student from Ali. I think Larry couldn't take them punches from George. I mean,
and Larry was too robotic.
Yes, George was just man.
Okay, all right.
Some power.
All right, can I chime in?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Foreman was outboxed by Jimmy. What's the brother name that beat him?
Jimmy Ellis.
Jimmy Young. Okay. If Jimmy Young get outboxed, Larry Holmes would have taken him to school, man.
No.
Yeah, come on now. He had that jab.
Hey, let him talk. Let him talk. Everybody gonna get that chance.
Number one, Larry was well schooled in the jab, and come on now, Larry took Schaefer's punches, Lyle's punches. He took punches from Norton's punches. So I mean, look, you have to hit something to hurt it, and if George Foreman can't hit you, how he gonna hurt you?
Okay, all right, Marvin, you itching over there? Come on.
I think that George Foreman would have knocked Larry Holmes out, man.
Wow.
He would have caught him.
I think so.
He would have caught him, man, and put him to sleep.
Nope.
How would he caught him? How would he have set it up? You'd have seen him fight.
He'd have threw that hard jab at him, and like that 1-2, boom, boom. When he who did he catch? Like when he caught what's his name?
Michael Moore.
Michael Moore, yeah.
Okay.
He would have got him the same way.
No, I don't think so. I just
Holmes would have probably been, beating him up, right? But he just kept throwing that 1-2, boom, 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 boom.
But y'all want to hear something crazy?
Hold on, Mr. Will. Hold on, Mr. Will. We gonna get you. Let Marvin finish, and you're gonna be next, okay?
Yeah, well, I'd say that Foreman would have knocked him out, man.
Okay, Mr. Will, what you got for us?
Well, I beg to differ. I think Holmes would have boxed him up. I think he would have won on points. I don't think it would have been a knockout involved in that fight, but I think Holmes would have won on decision. And then I don't know. I just, like I said, George actually came back better than he left. The second tier of his career, he was actually better than he was when he was young, because he was wiser.
He wasn't a high.
You know what I mean? Right, exactly. So, I mean, if they would have fought when they were both in their prime and their youth, I think Holmes would have got him. I think he would have outboxed him, because you saw the decline around the time somebody mentioned around the Jimmy Young and when he lost to Ali and stuff like that. He was just never the same after he lost to Ali. So
because he found God, man. That's what changed him.
Yeah, whatever it was, he wasn't the same.
He also found the Foreman grill.
Yeah, well, that came way later though. But I'm just saying he wasn't the same. But because what it was, that cloak of invincibility had been lifted. And that happens to everybody. It happened to Mike Tyson when Buster beat him. Mike was never the same after that. He went right back to fighting, canvasbacks and so forth and so on. Mike fought a lot of people he shouldn't even have fought, far as I'm concerned. The two names don't even really go together. Guys like Clifford ATN, Francois Bolter. I'm just naming names now. They shouldn't even have been in the ring with Mike if Mike was supposed to be.
They were the ones back then. They were the ones that was there.
Yes,
No,
sir.
it was other ones around. You had a lot. You had
Let's stop. Let's stay on task, fellas.
You know, it was other guys. You had Spoony around. It was other guys he could afford that were on a high skill level than them guys. They were easy wins. They were like, come on, man. There was no way Mike could have lost to them guys. He would have had to slip and break his leg or something trying to get up in the ring to lose either one of them fights.
Bruce Gas.
Holmes versus Foreman. Who you got?
This fight came very close to being made. I don't know if you guys know that, man. It was a promoter down in Houston. His name was Roger Levitt, and he already paid George. George Foreman was supposed to be paid $10 million. Holmes $400,000. I'm sorry, $4 million. And Larry Holmes got the $400,000 of his purse. George Foreman got $1 million of his purse. When it came to pay him again at the second press conference, Roger Levitt didn't have the money, and George Foreman pulled out of the fight. And that fight came real close to being made, man. I remember watching the first press conference. It was late. It was in 1999. It wasn't until 2000, so it was very late. And
so that was on the comeback.
Yeah, but it didn't happen. Now, if this fight did happen, we could have had different outcomes at different times in their careers. If this fight had happened, say back in 1974, before George Foreman fought Muhammad Ali, I think he had too much power. He would have ran over Larry Holmes. Larry was raw. Larry was still talented. Now, after that, if they had fought, let's say in 1980. George was retired. That was in his first retirement. But Larry Holmes had matured so much as a fighter. Even if George had come back as the fighter pre Muhammad Ali, I think Larry would have been too much. Larry was such a slick boxer, and like we just said, Larry got tagged by fighters like Jerry Cooney, and he got knocked on his ass by Ernie Shavers. So Larry Holmes, man, he had recuperative powers.
Yeah, he did.
And George. If George didn't put you away, that's when George lost. So therefore, I think Larry after any time after that, I think Larry would have beaten George Foreman. Now in this fight that we're going to have in 2000, that would have been more of a spectacle. Larry Holmes was coming off some good victory, but he was in that part of his career where he was fighting Butterbean. He was fighting Mike Weaver 20 years after the first fight.
Ray Mercer.
So, I mean, it would have been a spectacle fight, but I think it would have been. I think George would have won the fight. It would have been kind of ugly, but they that's a fight that it's a shame it would have never been made. Many different outcomes at different times, and once again, that's one of these fights that this show is a topic of, and it could have happened many different outcomes in different times in their careers.
Can I throw one out there real quick? Tua Tyson. I'm just getting it in real fast before anybody.
Wait to get in there for that. The two of them.
What year? I mean, they're gonna fight both in their primes because Mike Tyson.
Let's go prime. No, let's go prime. When we talking these, we're talking prime and prime.
Right.
Prime and prime. I think Mike Tyson would have been too much for him because Mike Tyson had the ability to box and slug. Very rare with a heavyweight.
Mike Tyson murder.
I'm gonna throw one in there if y'all don't mind. This is the one that almost happened and didn't happen. Mike McCollum, Tommy Hearns.
I know. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one too.
Mm-hmm.
I like
very
that.
Good. That's a very good one.
Yeah.
Tommy Hearns. I gotta go with the Hitman.
You gotta go with the Hitman.
I got to go with my countryman, the body snatcher.
Yeah, Mike
Body
McCallum
snatcher.
was no joke. I'm gonna be honest. That's why I said that was good. Man.
There's something about Tommy, man. Tommy was I mean, I guess I'm biased because I love that boy right there. Tommy Hearn, you know, that's who Bud Crawford remind me of. A good Tommy Hearn.
Mm-hmm.
And with power.
I think Tommy would have got him if it would have been early. He'd have got him early.
I don't think
But
he
as
would have got
time
him
went
at
on,
all. I don't think he would have got him at all. That fight would have went the distance, y'all.
Thing is, Mike McCallum had a chin of granite.
That's what
too.
I'm saying. You wasn't just getting in there and knocking him out. He was not that guy. So
And they sparred together, and Hearns couldn't land his right hand on him. That's what Hearns' trainer said. He's the only man that Hearns couldn't land his right hand on.
There you go.
Was Mike McCallum.
There you go.
Right. All right. Getting back at the task at hand. I got one for you all. Joe Frazier and Ken Norton.
Yep.
They didn't fight because they were friends.
And they had the same manager.
Yeah, they were signed to the same manager and the same trainer as well. I think that Frazier would have knocked him
out, man.
Probably.
Marvin, tell us why, Marvin.
Because Norton held that head up, man.
Yeah.
And he had that he couldn't stop them punches from catching them, especially the way that Frazier fought.
Yeah.
He would go right around on each side.
Yeah.
With them hooks, man.
Yeah, well, really that left hook. That's all he really did.
Yeah.
And Ken Norton got knocked out from a left hook by Ernie Shavers, of all people, somebody who had cement in his right hand, knocked him out with a left hook. Jerry Cooney beat the fuck out of him with a left hook.
Older. But he was old by then. He was an older cat.
But that doesn't matter, man. Ken Norton's chin. Look when he fought a prime Big George Foreman, man. And the chin was suspect. And plus, when Ken Norton went in the ring against somebody with a reputation of being a killer, and Joe Frazier, he had these wide nostrils. He'd look at you. He'd bang those gloves together, man. That's stuff that gives you nightmares, bro. That big fucking black face of Joe Frazier, man. I mean, watch out. Joe Frazier will fuck you up. Ken Norton would be having nightmares about Joe Frazier before he's even stepped in the ring.
And then,
all right, hardcore sale.
All right, now. But let me jump in here and bring us back. Let me jump before we go off the cliff.
I love Joe Frazier, man.
But look, Frazier, I'm picking Frazier for one, Frazier was very coachable. Eddie always said that Norton because he came from he was a standout on the football field. He was very hard to coach. Frazier was coachable, and I think Frazier, with his constant coming in, and Norton, there's no way Norton could have stopped that. With the way his defense.
Yeah, he couldn't have kept him off of him.
Yeah, he couldn't have kept him off him. The same way he couldn't keep George Foreman off him. Frazier would have tore his body up and went right to his head, and then he would have turned, just like Mama said, side to side, and beat him down from side to side until he dropped their hands. And then he would have caught him with a blind left hook they didn't see coming. Even though everybody in the world knows that's Frazier's punch, but the way Norton used to cover up like this, there's no way he's gonna stop Frazier's left hook. How are he gonna stop him?
Got another one for you, Gerald McClellan, Roy Jones Jr.
Hold on. Let everybody finish. Did everybody get the Frazier Norton one? Everybody answer on Frazier Norton?
Yeah. Everybody answer.
Yeah. Okay, I got Frazier on this one, man. Cause Frazier was just a dog, man. It's just like, oh my goodness, man. He was like a mad dog, man. You had to put him down. Just the bottom line. You had to put him down, man. I don't care how good you could box or whatever, man. This brother was just coming forward the whole time, and you had to have an engine for one just to even deal with him. If you ain't have an engine, you shouldn't even have been in the ring. You shouldn't have been in the ring with him if you ain't had no engine, man.
And his damn hook was better than his jab.
Right.
Also, right. People always say that Foreman knocked him down 6 times, but they never tell you that he got up all 6 times too.
Yeah. Plus,
So,
you got to look at, again, the size difference. George was a lot bigger than Frazier.
Big difference.
And that size does matter sometimes.
George Foreman was bigger than everybody except for Ronnie Lyle.
Yeah. But he was just average now. These cats.
Nah, he's not because he's bigger than Deontay Wilder. He's bigger than
But they small heavyweights though.
Dillian White, he's bigger than Dillian White's not small. He's bigger he's actually bigger than Frank Bruno. He's bigger than Frank Bruno as well. He's big, man. George Foreman's just big.
George, how tall was George?
George is
6'4".
6'4". That's big. Yeah. All right. What were you about to say, Mr. Will? You were bringing up a fight.
I was saying Roy Jones, Gerald McCullum. Because that was supposed to be Gerald's next fight if he didn't get injured or rabbit punched to death that night with Nigel Ben. You know what I mean?
I think I might have to go with Roy, man. A prime Roy. I'm gonna have to go with a prime Roy in that.
Yeah, Roy was untouchable, man, when he was young.
Yeah, at super middleweight, Roy.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna go with Roy because Gerald fought pretty much, in a straight line.
Yeah, he did
too much. He fought in a straight line, and Roy at the time, he made James. Even though James was out of shape, he made James Toney look bad that night. James was
Roy would dance circles around you, man.
Yeah, and James was something special, and James, but he made James look bad, and James used to beat Gerald in the gym.
Hey guys, I gotta jump off, man.
Okay. All right.
Peace.
All right, man.
All right.
I'll catch you.
All righty. All right. Okay, we're gonna do another name right now. Mayweather versus Paul Williams.
Mayweather would have outboxed him because Paul had a tendency of just
the same way he beat that tall guy. What was the name?
You talking about the one that passed away?
Yeah. He took his jab away from him.
What's that boy name?
You talking about Corrales?
Corrales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been the same type of fight.
You know what's weird about that fight, though, y'all? Dude, Corrales was a longer guy, but he had short arms. He was like a Tyrannosaurus Rex out there. He had really short arms to be as long as he was.
What he had them gator arms.
Yeah, he had pretty long arms, but he was a fight.
No, he didn't.
He was but he was a dude that liked to fight more than he liked to box.
I get all that, but his arms were not very long for his torso. He had short arms. And that's why he fought inside all the time.
Mm-hmm. Now, Paul Williams, the reason why they wanted that fight because he was a lefty, and they felt though that Floyd had problems with lefty. But Floyd learned how to overcome anything in the ring, man. He was just that smart. His intelligence and his conditioning was amazing, man.
Floyd was a master boxer, man.
I got a butt after y'all finished. I just got that
How come he didn't fight Khan then? Remember when he took that poll and the fans wanted him?
Because
wanted him to fight Amir Khan?
Well, they say because of the speed, and Khan didn't lose rounds, and they just felt it was a bad fight for Floyd.
Right. I mean, what would have been the point? Man, I don't care about any of those British fighters. None of them can fight. All they are is a money grab over here. Eddie Hearn keeps putting these cards together and putting these British guys up against our guys, and we send them home in body bags every time.
No, I don't know what you've been watching lately, but I think did you see Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
Well, we talking about Deontay Wilder.
He's American, is he?
He's American, but he's not a skilled boxer. So I don't even really, when I think about boxing, I don't even think about Deontay Wilder until, like you just said, you mentioned him. My man, for real. Now, Deontay doesn't even come to mind for me.
I agree with you. You ain't gonna get no disagreement from me.
Okay, I'm glad we all agree on that. All right, so anybody got Paul Williams on this fight?
Oh my God,
no,
my man.
Okay. All right, you do, Mr. Will?
Against who, Jay?
Against Floyd Mayweather.
I like Paul for that personally.
Tell
And
me
you know,
why.
this
Tell
is
me
something I
why.
said. If I'm lying, man, a lightning bolt strike me dead right now. I
Move out the
told
way.
my son during that time frame, I said, Floyd doesn't want to fight this guy. I said, I tell you what. I said, I said Floyd will go to jail before he fights him. About 6 months later, he went home, slapped his girlfriend, went to jail and all that. I predicted that about a half a year before it even happened.
All right, now we understand that. Tell us why, though. Tell me what's your reasoning.
I'm gonna tell you, when I first saw Paul, my very first fight seeing him, he fought this guy, Walter Matisse, who was Lucas Matisse's brother. Walter Matisse had a whole rack of knockouts on his record. I forgot his exact record. I knew he was like 25, like with probably at least 22, 23 knockouts, right? And he was cracking Paul the whole fight, y'all. But Paul was boxing his ears and just
I remember that fight.
death. Oh my God, that was a beautiful fight. That was a beautiful fight, man. And that's when I said right then and there, me and my youngest son were watching it together. And I said, that's your next champion right there. And sure enough, he did get a belt soon after. But
I got a fight that almost happened, but it never came to pass.
what's that?
Chavez versus Simon Brown.
Well, see, during that time, man, Chavez was hard to beat. So
Simon was hard to beat.
He was hard to beat during that time.
Yeah, especially because he had the judges and the refs and the referees.
No, but I'm saying Chavez could fight, man.
Chavez could fight. Yeah, he could fight, no doubt. I ain't gonna argue with that.
But yeah, like you said, you know, some of them guys, you know, all of them had their personal refs now. Like Tyson had his, which was Richard Steele. What's his name? What's the guy name? Joe Cortez was Chavez just mentioned. You know, all of them brought their own refs with him. Floyd, he had.
No, he has. He travels with his own damn referee.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know which was the twin, Kenny Baylor.
Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, I'll go for that. But yeah, man. So they all, you know, had their in-house refs.
All righty. How about Mosley versus Trinidad?
That would have been a hell of a fight.
You know what, though? I'm going to be honest with you with that one. For me personally, see, I'm going to be honest with you. Shane Mosley was a hell of a fighter, but he was maxed out at lightweight. He never really, he gave everybody hell after lightweight. I don't care who he fought, but his best weight class was lightweight. When you started moving him up around the welterweight picture and junior middle is when he ran into problems, because Shane was not naturally a big guy. So he was always outsized and outmanned in a lot of these. But that's why Vernon Forrest did him like he did. He did him dirty that night.
He did him dirty in the amateurs, and he did him dirty in the rematch too.
He was too big for him.
He had his number, man. He had his number.
Yeah. That size factor didn't hurt.
No. You know, Shane, like Fury, like Tyson Fury, has an Achilles heel, and that's good boxers.
No, you know what Shane's Achilles heel was?
Boxers.
Nope. you know what it was? A jab. He didn't know how to defend the jab. He never, his whole career, figured out how to defend a jab.
And
when
most
you do a
good
jab,
boxers
Shane would close his eyes. Look at any footage you can find on him. When guys started throwing that jab at him, he would actually close his eyes. That's why he got hit with that.
What I'm saying.
All right, Troy. Hey, Troy, come on, give us what you got, Troy. Appreciate it.
I ain't got nothing else. Go ahead, Marvin.
Marvin, what you got? Mosley versus
Trinidad. Trinidad would knock them out, man.
I kind of agree with that.
Okay.
I don't know about knock them out, but he would beat. Because Shane wasn't easy.
Because it was sort of like it'd have been sort of like the Vernon Forrest fight with him.
Well, I tell you,
he didn't knock him out.
Too.
He didn't knock him out. He did knock him out, but then Shane got up and fought 10 more rounds after he got knocked out. But that which says a lot about Shane. Shane was a tough guy. That's why I said I don't think Trinidad would have knocked him out. Because he got knocked out in the second round of that first fight. and got up for 10 more rounds.
If Mosley had put Trinidad down, I definitely would give it to Trinidad, man. Because I've never seen anybody that get knocked. I mean, this guy would get knocked down.
He got knocked out.
First and second round, he would get up, man. And he will get up and whip your natural ass.
He will swell up your cup, too.
Woo.
He will swell your cup up, too.
I got a good one for y'all.
No, but I didn't give my feedback on the Mosley. I'm sorry about that.
Go ahead.
I think, okay, look, both of them were really fighters because Trinidad had this thing where he would hop in, like he would throw a jab, then he would hop in, and he loved his left hook, just like Shane loved his left hook. But I think Shane's speed would have finally finished him off on the inside, and his movement. Because Trinidad was really not no great boxer. He won on his power, and he just outpunched most of his opponents until he got to Oscar, who outboxed him, Wright, who outboxed him, and Roy Jones, who outboxed him. Bernard took him to school and ended it with an exclamation point.
No, but what I'm saying is this, man. He was an old fighter then, man.
Oh, what? When he fought Bernard?
Yeah, he was old, man.
No, he was in his prime. He was in his prime, Marvin. He was in his prime.
I can't say he was old.
He wasn't old. He wasn't old, Marvin.
Well, what I'm saying, he was beat on.
Okay, I can go with that.
Because once you fight those tough American guys, man, they take a lot out of you, man. And he wasn't really the same fighter when he was fighting all them guys, man. Each one of them took something out of him, man.
Bernard took his flag.
He took everything from him. That was it. All right, Ricardo Lopez and Michael Carbajal. Never happened.
Who was that again, Jay?
That's Ricardo Lopez and Michael Carbajal.
You said Ricardo Lopez?
Mm-hmm.
That was my man.
Yeah, he was no joke, man. He was no joke.
Oh, I think he would have got called.
He was like 51-0 at the time, one draw.
Yep, I think it was that last fight was the draw.
Mm-hmm.
Was Michael Carbajal the one from Hawaii?
No,
Which one was the Hawaiian Punch?
I think he was a California Mexican. If I'm not mistaken. No, he was definitely
one of them guys was from Hawaii.
Now he was
they called him the Hawaiian Punch?
No, that's Andy.
I know who you're talking about.
Gannigan, the Hawaiian Punch. Oh, great.
I tell you what, I'm gonna go with Carbajal, even though Lopez to me was the better all-around boxer, but in this case, I'm going with the better all-around fighter. And Carbajal has an equalizer; he could knock you out with either hand, and he was tough. So I got to give it to Carbajal in this case because honestly, even though he was a small cat, when you watched him fight, he actually punched like a much bigger dude. I mean, my grandmother. I used to watch fights with my grandmother. She used to be like, "Please don't fight him." I'm like, "I'm 100 pounds heavier than this dude, man."
Fight that they would kick Carbajal during that time. You remember that, y'all? It was the boy Scotty Bulldog Olsen. That was the one they were trying to hook up.
Did everybody get an answer on that one? I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna go with Lopez, man. I just felt that he would have just boxed him, man, and he would have won that fight by decision, man. I think he would have squeaked by. I don't think that Carbajal lands the punch on him, man. That's gonna take him out of there. I don't think he lands it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Because Lopez was a hell of a boxer, man.
Yes, he was.
So I think he would have did enough to stay away from that boom. You know what I mean? And win that fight, man.
That's hard over 12 rounds because Carbajal was no slouch when it came to boxing.
Oh no, he wasn't. He
No,
wasn't.
He wasn't just a fighter. But I got one that almost happened, but it didn't happen. Breland versus Simon Brown was supposed to happen, but Breland's people decided to keep him away from Simon. But what y'all think about that one?
That's a good fight. Wow.
I don't think Breland chin was good as people thought it was. And Simon had some accurate punches, man. He had a good straight right, and he had a good left hook.
He had a hell of a left hook.
And he could rumble. Good.
Yeah.
Good rumble.
And he could box. He got away from boxing after a while when he kind of fell in love with his power. But he was trained from the ground up by Pepe Carrera, and he was in the gym with Sugar Ray almost every day. So he can box. He can box.
Yeah. I think I would go with Simon on that one, though. I'll go with Simon, man. I mean, Breland was nice. Don't get me wrong, and that educated jab of his, Lord have mercy. But I go with Simon. DC in the house, baby. I think I might be biased.
I got one for you. That's they're different times, but Prime Curry against Prime Mayweather.
Talking about Donald Curry?
Donald Curry.
Yes, sir.
That dude was different.
I like Mayweather over him, man.
Why?
As far as the boxing skills.
Because it's boxing.
Yeah.
You said what? Mayweather over Donald Curry?
Yeah.
I gotta
I gotta go with Mayweather on that one too.
I gotta go with Curry. Curry wasn't just a good boxer and a fighter, but his intelligence was wow, and he was fast. And he had that.
Fine, but he was right in front of you.
But he had a killer instinct, which we all know Floyd didn't have.
No.
Floyd didn't have that killer instinct.
What Floyd you talking about? His father?
Floyd at 147 didn't have no killer
Floyd.
Instinct. He didn't have no killer instinct, Marvin. No, he did not.
You talking about you talking money? You're not talking Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy.
I'm talking Floyd Mayweather, who fought at 147. Donald Curry was a killer in any weight class he fought in. He got you hurt, he was coming for you.
Yeah,
what happened with that guy over in England, right? What was his name?
Lloyd Hunnigan.
Yeah.
Lloyd Hunnigan, beat the stuff.
Oh, he had his number, man. He was a workhorse. He was just a workhorse, a helter-skelter guy. And he outlasted Curry, but I really think Curry would have beat Mayweather because all that stuff he do with the holding and then the pot shotting, he couldn't do that with Curry. Couldn't do it.
Okay. All right, the last one, fellas. Last one. Mayweather, since we still on Mayweather and Costa Zoo.
He outboxed Costa Zoo.
With the father or the son?
The father.
The father.
Well, the son is
Mayweather would outbox him. Because you remember when he fought what's his name?
Zab Judah?
Huh?
Talking about when he fought
the
Zab?
Dude did the stinky leg when he cracked him, wasn't it?
Yeah. Zab Judah.
Yeah, Zab Judah. Yeah. And I think that Floyd would outbox him. I think it would have went the distance.
I agree.
And Floyd would have got a decision.
Oh yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Floyd would definitely have been very careful around Zoo, man, because if Zoo had got that chin, man. But Floyd, even when you did catch Floyd's chin, Floyd knew what to do, man.
Yeah, lock you up, man, and clear his head and then box the shit out you. You'll never hit him again with that punch.
Right, you think Floyd's your girlfriend the way he hugged you, boy.
That's right. But you never hit him the same way.
Nah, you ain't catch him with the same thing. No.
I got one more if you don't mind. It's just sticking with Floyd.
Go for it.
Prime Floyd and Prime Sweet Pea.
Oh wow.
I like Sweet Pea.
But this at 135 pounds. It's at 135 pounds.
I like Sweet Pea.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah, Sweet Pea, man. Sweet Pea.
It'd have went down. It'd have been a good fight. A real good fight, man.
Floyd learned a lot from Sweet Pea when they were sparring.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, a Sweet Pea at 135 pounds was aggressive as hell. He had
let
all
me
that
tell y'all
movement and
something.
stuff, but
A
he was a
little
fighter. You
secret
know,
to
just
him.
like Roger Mayweather. He was in there banging out with Roger Mayweather.
I don't know if y'all know this or not, but Sweet Pea used to spar with heavyweights back then. That's
Get
why I
out of
know
here.
I heard him. And
Yeah,
it's
well, Sweet Pea sparred with somebody in this chat. I mean, on this
That's
panel
right.
right now. Marvin
That's right.
McDowell. Marvin McDowell sparred Sweet Pea.
yeah.
Yeah.
He sparred with
That's
Simon
an honor.
Brown and Maurice
That's an
Bunker too.
honor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's an
Marvin,
honor.
Yeah.
Marvin McDowell. Tell us about how you was putting hands on him, Marvin.
Yeah. Well, they know. I know both of them, Troy, and my man. They know.
Yeah. Yeah, but the chat don't know.
No, but you know Marvin sparred with me too, right?
I didn't know that.
Marvin Jr. Marvin Jr.
Talking about the sheriff.
Well, listen here, fellas, man. I really appreciate y'all, man. We had over 50 people in here today, man. And I appreciate y'all coming in here. I love doing this every Sunday. I love that we come in here and we educate, man. You know what I'm saying? If one person learns something today, we have taken care of our task for the day, man. So I hope one person learned something today. I know I learned some stuff today. So I hope some other people did as well. And I'm looking forward to doing it again next Sunday. Same bad time, same bad channel. But before we get out of here, anybody want to say anything?
Yeah, I want to shout out. Actually, I'm just going to shout out my own podcast, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Yeah, the Troy Graham Experience. And I would love to have you brothers on. Marvin, no, he's been on there, I don't know how many times. I think he's been on there more than anybody else, right? So, yeah, Marvin's always on there. Just we should stop by and do a panel because I've done panels. Listen, when you go, okay, Marvin's been on the Troy Graham Experience. He's been on Major Key Boxing. I got to get that one for you where Marvin was going back and forth with Jerry Cooney. To this day, I still love watching that boy.
Well, he was going back and forth with Tim Witherspoon last week.
Yeah, you know, boy, you know that Baltimore came on. He's like, hold on, Jerry.
No. There's people get to the point where they think they know every damn thing. I know a little something, man. You know. Oh, dang. You know.
I love it, man. Anything you want to say, Marvin, before you roll out, man?
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Will. Can you hear us, Mr. Will?
Y'all start sending me these links when y'all do all these other podcasts too, because you know I love to link up with you guys. Okay. I just love to talk to knowledgeable people, man, because they're hard to find.
You ain't lying.
I tell y'all what, man. I tell y'all what. How do I get in contact with y'all? When I do my next link, because I reach.
You can get it from Jay. So,
hey, Troy, you get my number from Marvin.
Okay, cool. Because because I put panels on. I've had Andre Rozier, Tommy Brooks, Kevin Kelly on there, and Marvin and Kelly Pavlik on all at the same time. So yeah.
Where are you located at? Where are you located at?
I'm on YouTube, brother.
I know that, but I mean, are you in the United States or are you?
Okay, well, I used to be in Baltimore, but now I'm in North Carolina, brother. I'm in North Carolina right now.
Cool. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm always interested in talking, brother. I ain't got no problem.
Yeah. So next time I do a panel, man, I'll reach out to y'all brothers and we can have a good. Yeah, because I can hold about 10 people on there, so I'll reach out and get some of the coaches and some of the fighters. Y'all gonna love Kevin Kelly. If y'all haven't been on a panel with him, you're gonna love him.
The Flushing Flash.
Yeah. All right, hold on, y'all. We got somebody. They got a burning desire. They say Jay Hardcore, Sweet Pea versus Tank.
Stop.
Sweet Pea all day long, man. Come on, man.
Sweet Pea was a different kind of animal, man.
Yeah, Sweet Pea is just different, man.
If he won't fight Haney, he ain't gonna fight 3P.
come on.
We'll
He'll
never
fight
see
Hank.
another.
He'll fight Hank. He'll fight Hank.
I'm saying Sweet Pea was like that, man. I'm
Yeah, he was.
saying you could
Sweet
throw a bag of marbles at him, man, and none of them would hit him.
That's true.
Georgie Benton used to say, you know, that he used to walk in rain and didn't get wet. This is Sweet Pea. And he
Yeah,
used to think,
you could
yeah,
duck every drop.
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you who was whipped Sweet Pea ass any day.
His mama.
Sweet Pea.
Yeah,
That's
and
who
he
whipped
did
Sweet
whip himself.
Yeah, he did. He did.
That's who could whip Sweet Pea ass
Yeah.
any day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet
Well,
Pea
you
beat the
know,
shit out of
when them guys
himself, man.
talking in
Yeah.
third person, look out anyway. Because after a while, Sweet Pea was like, yeah, well, I got to see what Pernell Whitaker wants to do and things. When they start talking like that, look out.
The third
That
party.
usually
Yeah.
spells disaster. It usually spells disaster, y'all. You know?
Well, listen here, fellas, man. Let's get on here. I got me some corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and carrots calling me right now, man.
You're making me hungry.
I gotta answer the bell, man. I gotta
You're
answer
gonna have gas later calling you too. We're gonna bless up.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Yeah, I'll see y'all next week, man.
Gas is
All right,
part of
man.
life.
All right,
Y'all
brother. Peace out.
Y'all all take it easy, man. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah,
Appreciate
no
you.
doubt. Yeah, all right, Jay. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Man,
And,
it's always a pleasure, Mr. Will.
no,
You got an
man,
open
plug me in.
invitation.
Every week, plug me in, man, because you know I enjoy this show, man. I really do.
Hey, I'll make sure that you get the call, okay?
Seriously, please do. Matter of fact, if not, I guess about what time would be safe to call you to remind you if I don't hear from you?
Hey, hit me at 7:30.
About 7:30?
Yeah, 7:30.
You got that. You got
All
that.
right.
Look,
All
man,
right.
enjoy the rest of the week and stay safe, man. I'll talk
You
to
too,
you
my
next.
brother. You
All right,
too.
my brother.
You
A
take
little
it
later.
easy now.
You
Peace.
too. Peace.
All right, chat, man. I hope everybody enjoyed what we just had just now, man. What we just experienced. I know I did. I had fun. This is one of my favorite times of the week, man. It starts my week off, man. I enjoy it. I love doing it, man, and I hope that you all appreciated it like I did and look forward to it next Sunday. But all I ask for everybody to do is to share the show, let somebody else know what we got going on here on Sundays, so we can get more people to know, what's happening in the hangout, man. For sure. Let them know it's a bunch of gray-haired dudes in there that like talking some shit, man. You dig? Other than that, man, it's your boy Jay Hardcore Boxing News. I'm out of here. Peace. How you turn this damn thing on? And I'm out.